Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2021 general reading. We are looking at the first half of May, so from May 1st to May 15th, and this reading is for the water sign of Pisces, our lovely mercurial fish, Pisces. So welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing safe and well wherever it is that you're at, and thanks for taking the time to tune into this video and for all that you do in support of my YouTube channel, even if it's just taking the time to watch some of the videos, for your likes, your shares, for hitting that subscribe button. It really does help. For your donations, your comments, your feedbacks, everything. Thank you so much, and many blessings to you in return. So this reading is for the water sign of Pisces for the first 2 weeks of May 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Pisces. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Piscean as well. Of course, it's a general reading, and as many of you know, it's always going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight and perspective. If you do find that this video or any of the readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something or get information about that, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow, which will pull down some contact details. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent at scheduling and trying to get those readings set up in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me. I'd be most happy to hear from you. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's in store for you for the first 2 weeks of May. Whoops, had a jumper there. The Six of Wands, the Victory card. I'm going to stick that back in. I'm using the, we'll see if it comes out again in the reading. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with, it is Gateway to the Divine Tarot. Goodness. The Chariot. Success on the Chariot. Maybe somebody is really determined. We'll see what comes out for you, Pisces. Pisces isn't usually that aggressive, but let's take a look. All right, Pisces. All right, Pisces. We begin with, turn these around, with the World, followed by the Devil. Somebody breaking a habit, a cycle, an addiction of some kind, either you or somebody next to you, or somebody close to you, put it that way. We then have the Ten of Coins, trying to choose, make a choice. The Eight of Wands, about action, movement, travel. Is now the time to act? Next we have the Eight of Swords with the Three of Swords. Kind of feels like somebody here decided that a negative cycle had been broken, so they're trying to make a decision as to whether to act or now's the time to act. But then maybe falling back into some self-doubt or insecurity that I can't because I'll get my heart broken, or I got my heart broken in the past and so I can't do this thing. Okay, from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the first half of May is the Knight of Wands, the quickest acting knight of them all, spontaneous and impulsive. Let me pull one more, the Two of Cups. So for many of you, this may be a romantic situation or a relationship. This is about moving very quickly towards this soulmate or what you feel may be a karmic connection between you and another person. Because the Knight of Wands is a knight of fire. And he, knights represent offers and opportunities for change because, knights have a mission, a quest, and they're often pursuing that, very single-minded in that. The Knight of Wands most of all. Two of Cups, which is soulmate, kindred spirit, best friends, best friends which sometimes turn into something more in terms of romance. And maybe this has come up for you in the past, Pisces, you and this other person. It feels like this is a person, and for those of you for whom that's relevant, this person has been in your life for quite some time, or you've known them for quite some time, or you've been friends for quite some time. It feels here with the world and the devil that, I mean, the world is graduation. It's completion, major completion of your journey, or a significant portion of your journey. It's graduating. You're elevating to the next level. So you're closing out one chapter or set of chapters that have been pretty significant in your life, and you're moving forward into a brand new a brand new horizon, a brand new vista. I think I just smushed two words together there. And new opportunities. You know, it's graduating. It's moving to another level. Negative cycles being broken, because underneath the world is the devil. Negative toxic cycles. Difficult to break, though, because there's something addictive, something tempting and alluring there. So have you broken an addictive cycle or an addiction, or somebody close to you, maybe the soulmate person? And then there's some decisions here. The Two of Coins and the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is action, moving forward. It's, you know, that Knight of Wands energy, travel, moving forward, communication. It's often, you know, you're off with the start. You know, it's like the gates are open and you're off and running. But the Two of Coins is over. So you're trying to decide if you want to, if you should, if now is the right time. But then it feels like you get hung up on some kind of mental blockages or mental limitations, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. Swords is governed by the element of air, which is mental energy, belief systems, ideas, perspectives, ideologies. The Eight of Swords represents somebody who feels that they're trapped in a situation or can't make any changes, or that they're a victim of a situation. But the swords represent thoughts or ideologies, or one overriding thought. And they really can. They can leave the swords behind. They can walk out through them. They can remove the bonds that are binding them, because nothing's actually really holding them there except something in their own head, right? And what's clarifying that is the Three of Swords, which is heartache, heartbreak, separation. So it feels like, Pisces, and we'll do some clarifying, although I don't think there needs to be too much clarifying here, but it feels like you want to move forward on a situation, maybe act. Perhaps there's somebody that you've been friends with for a long time, and maybe you've wanted more, but you didn't feel like it was the right time, or maybe they were involved with something else, or maybe they were in some kind of toxic negative cycle, or maybe you were. And now that you see it's finally being broken and moving beyond that, now you're like, okay, so is now the time to act, to go towards this person, to make an offer, to proceed? But then it feels like, and maybe there's something that happens that causes you to go, oh no, because, you know, I can't do this because I'll get my heart broken, or, you know, I've gotten my heart broken in the past when I did this, and maybe not with this person, maybe with somebody else, and, you know, I misunderstood or something, and then I was hurt, you know. So I can't, because of fill in the blank, you know, whatever reasons you have or excuses that you have. But the Eight of Swords shows that the only true limitations in this situation are in your own ideology and perspective, because you're afraid of getting your heart broken. Maybe you've done this before in another situation or relationship or something, and you did get your heart broken, so now you're super, super cautious because you don't want to feel that again. But you feel like this person is your person. It's the Two of Cups, karmic connection here. Let's clarify a little bit. Let's clarify the devil. Goodness, guess who popped out? The devil again. This must have been a pretty long toxic cycle for, if it was the other person or you. Perhaps this person that you were friends with but had more in mind was involved in a relationship with somebody else for maybe quite a long time and just couldn't seem to quite get out of it. That actually feels very true for somebody out there. You have a friend that you were involved with. You have a friend that you've been friends with for a very long time, but you wanted something more with them, but they were involved with somebody that was not good for them. But they could have been just like out and in and out, and just couldn't quite seem to break the ties with this person. Yeah, interesting. Clarify a little bit more. The Magician, the Seven of Swords. I think this is how you saw whatever the nature of the addiction was. Maybe if they were in a relationship with somebody else. I really don't like seeing the Seven of Swords and the Magician together, because while they can each be positive cards too, they represent things being concealed and hidden and going on behind the scenes, which is what the magician can be a bit of a trickster. What does he do? He convinces you to buy into the illusion, which he's creating by doing things behind the scene, right? This can also be a very positive card, but with the Seven of Swords, which is kind of operating in secrecy, or this is creating illusions and being very good at it and having somebody or people buy into the illusion, but they're really something else. Can be somebody portraying themselves to be something that they're really not. And the fact that the devil showed up twice in front of it, it's like, for those of you for whom this person that you are friends with, or you saw them in this negative cycle with somebody else, you really see this person as kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. For some of you, it might be just an addictive cycle, whatever the nature of the addiction is. Drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping. It was toxic, but very, very alluring. Something that really captured and trapped you or this other person. But we have the world over it, so this is about it being overcome, breaking those chains and moving on into something else, which is what it looks like has given you hope that now I can do this. Now I can act. Should I act now? Now's the right time to take action. But then again, it's like self-doubt or insecurities creep back in, and you start telling yourself you can't because of whatever. Because of the Three of Swords. You're afraid of getting your heart broken, probably because you did before in the past. Maybe with this person or even in a different situation. Let's clarify that Three of Swords. Here we go. The High Priestess and the Knight of Wands again. So the High Priestess is, of course, the Knight of Wands, which is your overall energy, writing out very fast, very spontaneously, very impulsively. I've got a mission and quest. I have my eye focused on that one thing, and I'm just charging off. I'm not looking at anything else. And the High Priestess, which is trusting your intuition. I feel like prior to this situation right now, Pisces, you were either in the same place, feeling place with this person, or it could have been with somebody else in your past. And it feels like you're afraid of history repeating itself, like you thought for sure I can approach this person, and now's the right time to do this and to move forward. And it turned out that you were wrong, and it wasn't. And you maybe were embarrassed, and maybe you got your heart broken, and you don't want to repeat that. So anytime you find yourself in a similar situation, you feel like now's the time, but based on what your experience has been, you're telling yourself, this is self-doubt and insecurity. It's not trusting your intuition. It's afraid that what you feel is your intuition isn't real, and that it's just going to lead you to get your heart broken. And so because of that, you tell yourself you can't make this offer, you can't go towards this person because what? It's not the right time, or this will probably happen again, or whatever, right? Kind of frustrating. So, well, let's ask Spirit. Guidance, advice, feedback, any messages from Spirit for Pisces regarding this situation, at least for the first half of May. The Six of Wands, victory, triumph, success after a struggle, a battle, a challenge. The Four of Wands, an offer being made. Somebody's not interested in an offer being made, presenting an offer. And the Star, hope, faith renewed that what you want, your wish fulfillment, can come true. I think Pisces Spirit here is asking you to have hope and faith that your offer will succeed, that you will be victorious here. Because I think what you're afraid of is making this offer and this person looking at it and then rejecting it. But on each side of this, as the cards came out, we have victory. And victory doesn't come unless you go in and do the battle, do the thing, make the offer, right? And wish fulfillment, hope and faith renewed and restored on the other side of it. I think Spirit wants you to have faith in your ability to go towards this person and make and do the thing, make the offer, do the thing that you're waffling about that you were so sure, and then now you're not so sure, and now you're telling yourself, I can't because blah, 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 blah. I think Spirit is saying, have faith and go forward and do this thing. Any other messages here regarding this? For Pisces. The cards, I'm shuffling for this, feel awkward. I don't know why. Maybe are you feeling awkward in this situation? Maybe when it comes right down to doing this thing or making this offer, going towards this person, do you feel kind of awkward? Yeah, and what just tried to pop out was this Four of Cups, you know, about making that offer. Interesting. Maybe somebody really did hurt you in the past. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. The Six of Swords, healing. And the Three of Swords again, whatever the heartbreak or heartache was that you've experienced in the past. I think that, I mean, you know, free will, free agency. You can do the thing, you cannot do the thing. It's completely up to you. But I think Spirit is asking you to move forward and have some faith and take some action. Maybe not the Knight of Wands action, because he just goes charging off regardless of, you know, stepping on anybody's foot on accident in the process. Maybe not quite that fast, but moving forward and being more assertive in this situation than perhaps you have been, and trusting in that. That's what I feel is kind of happening here, Pisces. So give it a try. Pisces, that is your reading for the first half of May. I hope it wasn't too confusing. It's got to resonate for somebody out there. So in that sense, I hope it was helpful, clarifying, gave you some insight or some food for thought. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you, maybe you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the May mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Be blessed. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.